The THALL gods, or should I say the THALL demons? Because these guys are really freaking heavy. Yeah, I think that works. So Humanity's Last Breath, they're back, man, with a new single titled Labyrinthian. Dude, I was about to play some video games, take it easy, but then Humanity's Last Breath just had to drop a song, and I need a video for tomorrow, so. But also, I really want to hear this, man. This is just going to be disgustingly heavy. This is a group that I've grown to appreciate over the years. First time hearing them, they were too heavy for me, man. I know. I was such a pussy, but now I'm craving it. I want some THALL heavy, just with Buster's mix, man. You know what to expect. If you don't, then they're Swedish progressive THALL metal, very, very heavy, but they're very experimental and cool. So look, let's not dwell on this intro. So Humanity's Last Breath, Labyrinthian. That's cool. Oh, that's cool too. Oh, that's cool too. The sounds that they make to the guitars are wild. Oh. I like the editing in this video too. Here we go. Come on. Yeah. Ooh. Oh. Simple drum beat, but that guitar tone's wild. More? I hope so. of course. Ah, damn. Okay. Let's talk about it. It's weird for a band like Humanity's Last Breath to just sound even heavier. Like, this track was just filthy in terms of tone, but also the growls stayed consistent and vocal pitch too. Like, this was just a heavy, groovy track, and I'm going to explain it better through the pros and cons. Number one pro is the tones on the guitar are just wild. So it's exactly what you expect, right? That THALL mix with like Buster's signature tone where it's like a little bit more bass prominent. It's got that extra little thump punch in the mix, right? But what I like is the certain like sounds that were coming from the tones. Like we got the weird scratchy panning sounds, but we also got like in the 2-minute mark, there was that 2-step rhythm section that was a big highlight to the track, but the tone just sounded extra filthy and bassy, but also like kind of sludgy too. It just sounded very, very prominent. That guitar tone just literally took the attention from everything else in the song. Like, of course the drums are punchy, but that tone was just something else from that guitar, man. Another pro is the ambience. So they've always been really good at ambience with the odd like weird like sound effects implemented in the background. Like we got that through the guitars, but there's also just like that like kind of like dissonant kind of like guitar background that just is like kind of layered throughout the entire track to just make things a little bit eerie, and it worked really well with this song, so I thought that was cool too. And pro number 3 is that this song feels like it was divided into 3 sections, which I thought was pretty neat. Each section was separated by this long break before we got into that drop section. I think the 2:20 mark or so is probably the best part of the song, that 2-step rhythm section, but then the ending of the track was cool too. But like I did like the flow of the song, how each section was prominent and easy to follow, even though there was no clear structure to this track. Overall, this is just, production is just great. Video was well edited too. Rivado never disappoints. It's all about the guitar tone and the sludginess and just the sounds. It's just a really good track in that regard. That being said, let's move on to the cons. My cons with this is that this is a really fun song. Like instrumentally, I thought the vocals just kind of like stayed pretty consistent. I didn't think they were overly too memorable with the rest of the song for me personally. I felt like there was no vocal highlight really, or also like I feel like some of the rhythms of the song were actually cool, but it didn't necessarily blow me away. They were fun to headbang to. It's cool to hear. But it's not anything that we haven't really heard in THALL music. So this is still like a really solid track, but it didn't really do anything that I was kind of hoping for a little bit more, to be honest. This is just a nice, heavy Humanity's Last Breath song. Because of it, if I had to give a rating, it's just an 8. It's an 8 for me. Song that I can have on repeat, especially that like 2-minute mark. That 2-step rhythm section is going to be sick at the gym, man. But that's how I'm feeling about Humanity's Last Breath, Labyrinthian. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are, so comment down below. Spice up my life. Guys, what did you think of this song? I'd love to know. Also, if you got to this point of the video and haven't clicked off yet, then I appreciate you, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Feel free to leave, like, enjoy the video. But on that, thank you for tuning in. Until next time. Peace.